Hello, Dr. Harris. This is Hannah Levine, and up next I will be talking about our strategic vision statement. Our vision for the next 3 years is to take control of the low-cost, low-SQ rating segment of the market to increase our overall sales. We aim to produce affordable shoes that are ideal for the masses. By offering a wide variety of models, we can make ourselves stand out next to the competition. In the next 3 years, we will also work on getting our production costs down to keep offering a high number of models and to increase our operating margins. So for our 3-year strategy for the years 15, 16, and 17, our primary goals were to corner that segment of the market with low cost and low SQ rating, and stand out from our competition by offering a reasonable price as well as a high number of models to differentiate from our competitors. And we also wanted to increase our profit margins as part of our strategy because in year 11 our operating margin was 28.3%, and it had steadily been declining up into year 14. It had been 14.5%. So one of our goals was to increase the profit margin and to stop declining. So when we made our strategy, this is the market snapshot that we had to look at, and we really wanted to offer a high number of models to get into this area, and we really wanted to have a low SQ or keep having a low SQ rating because no other teams seem to be in this area. They all seem to be bunched up at like maybe 4 or 5 stars or higher. So we really wanted to take over this corner and have many products and a low SQ rating. And in year 15 we moved to this corner like we had wanted to, and our market share increased on the internet side to 12.6% from 12%, and on the wholesale side it increased to 12.8%. So a small increase from the year 14 to 15 when we started our strategy. In the next year, year 16, we held with our strategy, and we were able to increase our market share even more, and we decided to up our models even more to about 298 on the internet side and 304 on the wholesale side. And by increasing our models, we were able to jump up to 17.4% market share on the internet side and 15.1% on the wholesale side. In year 17, we also decided to increase our models even further. We went from 298 to 345, and our market share also showed an increase. So each time that we increased our models, we increased our market share, or it increased our market share, and so that seemed to be working for us up until this point, and no other teams really are competing with us. They're kind of competing with each other at this point, like around 4 or 5 stars and maybe like 8 or 9 stars, but not too many in like the low SQ rating. So that was what was most attractive about this strategy, is because there didn't seem to be any competitors with us. However, we had to make a strategy change after year 17 because it seemed that Team I thought that we had a really good strategy as well, and they saw that we didn't have any competition, and it seems like they took our exact strategy almost, and so we didn't really like that, And so we increased our models, we increased our models to the maximum amount that we could, and we also increased our SQ rating at this point because I wanted to get us away from Team I, and I thought that maybe moving to the right and up on this chart would be the best option. But as it turns out, they thought that would be a good idea too. So we both kind of, Team H and Team I, we both moved into the same kind of direction again. But our market share still held at about 12.6%. So it went down from year 17. And for the next year, our strategy was no strategy, since everybody seemed to be moving all at once into this direction. I figured maybe they would all try to move again, so it kind of worked again. B and D moved up and away, and Team I kind of moved down away from us again, and we regained some of our lost market share that we had lost previously to Team I. And for our private label portion of the business strategy game, we didn't really focus on private label because Team D really did take most of the market by year 12, and their costs were just too low to compete with. I believe they were selling shoes for $24, and we couldn't even produce them for that cheap at that point, so we really couldn't compete. So we decided to divert our attention to the non-private label shoes. For our lessons learned, we did not set our internet price 40% above our wholesale price, and for that reason our two markets were competing basically with each other. And had we set our prices farther apart, we probably would have had more market share. And like I mentioned on the last slide, we didn't do well in private label because Team D took control early on. So if I could do it again, I think I would focus on private label definitely a lot earlier before someone could just dominate it like Team D did. Another lesson that we learned was about our image rating, and it was consistently low due to the lack of celebrity endorsements. However, we did not see that reflected in our revenue. We also learned that expanding our capacity helped to get our costs down, and that was one of the main things that helped us increase our margins down from 14% in year 14 up to 33% in year 19. So that was our presentation, and thank you.